What is up, Squared Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos, and today we're back in the Battle Chamber. Shout out to Level 1 Games. Of course, this is the home of the weekly Battle Chamber series here. On the left, myself playing King Vegeta. On the right, Andrew playing U6 Veggies. He went first, charged his multicolor and passed. I draw for turn, charge my multicolor, and I will most likely pass. Because Veggies are... I don't even know how to describe them at this point. They're so, obnoxious, but so efficient at the same time. I think we are in the dawn of the Veggies meta. Shout out to my teammate Giovanni for cracking the deck and showing it to the masses, and now everyone's playing it. And I'm a hater because I hate playing against the deck, but hey, I guess that's just the unfortunate reality that we live in right now. So Andrew's turn, he's charging his second energy here. If you guys don't know what U6 Cabba does, he's actually pretty good. As you're going to see, Andrew's going to tap 2 here for Kale. When you play a Universe 6 card, you can take a life, and if you do, you give something plus 5k. Or I think the plus 5k is regardless, but the taking a life is optional. And it's not once per turn, so you can play 2 Veggies and you take 2 lives. So it's pretty nuts. And then Kale comes down for 2. She looks at top 10, and she puts a Cabba or a Caulifla into play. So you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about here. So Kale is going to put Cabba into play. And then Cabba looks at top 7 for he looks at top 7 for Kale and Caulifla. You get to add 2 of them, blue or yellow, and then discard a card. So he's playing the Cabba off of Kale, taking a life, giving it a plus 5k. So now he's at 6 life. He's going to look at the top 7 cards. He's going to add 2 pieces and then add 2 pieces to his hand, shuffle his deck, and then discard a card. So let's see what his pieces are for Veggies here. Off the Cabba, he's going to add another Cabba, and he's going to add the 4-drop Kale. Now, Veggies are very interesting because if you have their Champavados card on board, all of your Universe 6 cards cost 1 less for combo. So essentially, you can combo with your bigger Veggies and play them over the smaller Veggies. Kind of like how Apes did back in the day with the 4-drop Ape and the 1-drop Bardock. It's very similar to that, but they're free essentially. So Champavados is essentially a King Vegeta, and all these Veggies get to evolve. So he's going to swing at me 10k to 10k with the Cabba. I am playing a very bad King Vegeta variant, and just in general, I know that I have to stay at as much life as possible because my awakening condition is very, very strange or different. So I'm just going to try not to take any damage. But there's some damage that I have to take. So I combo out of the Cabba, I take the Kale, and I combo out of the second Cabba here. I do apologize for the glare. Unfortunately, it's one of those uncontrollable things, but we're definitely going to walk you through as best as we possibly can. So now I'm charging my second energy. So it's my 1-drop green Gohan. And as you can see, David just placed my my entry packs on the mat there. It's totally fine. So we're going to go King Vegeta into leader. 10k to 10k. Let's see if Andrew decides to negate or counter my attack. He does have 2 tapped energy. He's going to combo a Cabba away, going up to 15. Surviving the attack, and I have 2 energy open, and I'm going to activate my leader skill, which is really good. You can take a life, and you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can add 1 red or green Saiyan battle card, or you can add King Vegeta's Dynasty, which is pretty amazing. The only problem is this deck awakens. You have to be at 3 energy, and King Vegeta's Dynasty has to be in play. So there's no awaken at 4 life. There's nothing like that. So you have to make sure that you get your pieces out. But playing against U6 Veggies, you can kind of see why I don't want to tap out, because if I tap out, I lose. So either I'm going to lose by tapping out, or I'm just going to lose by the sheer aggression of the deck. So I'm going to I pass over to Andrew. I leave my 2 energy open for any counter plays or negates I might have. Hopefully I can survive this turn, because turn 3 energy is a lot for Veggies. They can aggro you down pretty effectively if they do it right. So we're going to see how he decides to sequence his plays here. He draws for turn on taps. He's going to charge. Are you going to charge, my friend? He's going to charge a yellow. So he's got 2 yellow energy and 1 blue-yellow energy. So essentially he's got 3 yellow. I don't even want to explain that ratio there, but he's going to tap the 1 yellow, or maybe he's not. He's at 6 life, so Cabba does awaken at 4, and he's an untapped 2 leader. So he's going to tap the 1 yellow to play Caulifla. I'm going to respond with my Mach Speed Kaioken counterplay, and I'm going to mistakenly reduce Kale and Caulifla, and I totally forgot that Caulifla's auto still triggers and Cabba's auto still triggers when playing a U6. So she still gets the 5k, and because I only reduced Caulifla by 5k, she essentially remains on the board. But Kale does go to the drop, which is a positive. I should have just targeted the Cabba, but this is why I'm bad. So obviously my intention was to make sure that Kale and Caulifla were off of the board, but I guess I can't have both of those things because, you know, reasons. But Caulifla comes into play, looks at top 5 to add a Universe 6 card from the deck to the hand. It could be any Universe 6 card, so you can legally search for Super Combo, which is pretty busted. And now we're going to see if I get blown out. So he's at 5 energy, or 5 life rather. He's going to swing at me with his Cabba. He's swinging for 5k. Let's see if he just sets the combo. He's going to play a Sensu Bean, so goes up to 10. Untap 2. So he's at 3 energy. He's going to tap a yellow to combo Champavados, which is a blue-yellow, and then he's going to tap another yellow energy for Arrival, which is, I think this is exactly what he's doing here. So tap a yellow for Arrival and play the Champavados. So now all of his Universe 6 combos are 1 less, cost 1 less. And he's going to activate Cabba's effect because he played a Universe 6. He gets to take a life, which is pretty insane. So much gas. And now Champavados gets a 5k pump, so it's sitting at 24. This is lovely. So he's going to awaken now, get all of his value back, and just, it's just so rough. I'm going to have to take the damage and go down to 5. Now, the cool thing about the Cabba leader, when he's awakened, obviously he awakens and untaps 2. He's a auto draw when he attacks, and then if one of your skills taps one of your opponent's cards or rests one of your opponent's cards, you draw. That's once per turn on either player's turn. And also, when your opponent's energy is all rested, he gains a 5k boost. So he's swinging at me for 20k base. He's going to free combo the Caulifla to play it over the 1-drop, and then tap my Kaioken, and then draw off of Cabba. So, like, the Veggies do a lot. They have a lot of interactions with resting energy, resting battle cards, just being able to turbo out plays, and Champavados is just the bread and butter of the deck, giving you the free combo ability for all of those 10Ks. So, he's going to swing Champavados into my Kaioken, 24 to 15, which is kind of rough, but I do have a good amount of cards in my hand. At this point, the name of the game for me is just survival. So I'm not really too worried about my board, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly how long I can survive, because I'm already at 4 life. I'm not awakened. Obviously, I'm going to awaken next turn, but I'm already at 4 life, which is rough. Good thing is, the one good thing, or the one bad thing for Universe 6, I will say, is they go through a lot of cards on their turn. So they play a lot of cards. So they don't really maintain a lot of advantage over you as far as building big hands, especially if you're playing it aggressively. If you're playing more of like a control or tempo or mid-range, then obviously you can generate a lot of hand advantage. But if you're playing it aggressively, you're going to be using, your card. So you're gonna have on average like maybe 4 to 5 cards in hand at most point, which is okay, especially because all of this damage that I'm taking has not been critical, so I've just been gaining advantage over Andrew here, but still, it's just so much pressure. He's playing another Kale, looking at top 10 for a Caulifla or a Cabba, and then he's playing the Caulifla, which is auto. You may take a life when you play this card, and if you do, you get to rest one of your opponent's cards, but he's not going to because it's optional, so he's going to swing 10k into 10k. Let's see here, combo a Kale, which makes perfect sense, so he goes up to 20, and now I have to survive, so I'm going to combo out here, 25, draw a card. I need 20, draw a card. I need 5k combo more. And as you can see, I'm not playing the best variant of King Vegeta. I kind of just want to play something fun, some idea that I had cooked up. I didn't realize that literally the field was going to be all U6, but hey, this is why we play the game, for fun, right? So he's going to free evolve that Kale over the 2-drop, and she's going to swing at me for 20k crit. I'm going to after image and destroy not destroy, but I'm going to reduce his double strike Caulifla to make it so that if he wants to do damage, he'll have to combo up, and he only has 3 cards in hand. So for me, that's the right play. After image or sparking after image is fine against a critical attacker because you're going to lose that life anyway, and just to stop his double striker. And I essentially have to try to win this turn because he has a huge board built up against me. I don't think I'm going to survive. Unfortunately, my deck does not do much on the clapback, but we're going to see here what I can do. So I'm going to charge my second green energy. Obviously, I'm going to have to play King Vegeta's Dynasty this turn. I just have to play it. I have to awaken this turn. So let's see exactly how that happens. I have about maybe 7 or 8 cards in hand to Andrew's 3. I'm going to activate my leader skill to take a life and look at top 5 to add a red or green Saiyan. I think just the addition of the super combo is just the right play because I have to be as defensive as possible or try to be as aggressive as possible and kill his board. So that seems like the right play. Searching for a super combo seems really, really good. Being able to get your defensive pieces is really nice. So I'm sitting at 2 life now. I'm not awakened, but I'm going to awaken this turn. So I'm going to play King Vegeta's Dynasty. And then when you play this card, you can play a Saiyan that's 2 or less from your hand. You play it, you draw 2 cards, but its skills are negated, so it's the perfect time to play a skillless battle card. Draw 2 cards, so I play a 20k body for free, essentially. Awaken, untap 1, draw 1. So King Vegeta does have some nifty plays. It's a pretty good leader, I think. If you can kind of make a good build for him, I think he could be pretty solid. Especially now defensively, like with all the counter plays and stuff like that. I think there's some potential there. On the Awaken side, he does not draw when he attacks, but he's once per turn, choose 1 active main. You can KO one of your Saiyans in play, and then the leader gains plus 5k in double strike for the turn, or you can free play a 2 or less from your hand, negate its skills, and draw a card. So essentially that's how you get your advantage. You can just free play threats and draw cards. Remember that the restriction for the King Vegeta leader is that you cannot include non-Saiyan battle cards in your deck, so you're going to be playing all Saiyans. As soon as this tournament was over, because this was my first time playing King Vegeta, I kind of knew what direction I wanted to take with the deck. So I promise you next time, if King Vegeta does ever make it to the battle chamber again, it will be a lot more of a competitive show and a lot better a deck build than what you're seeing now. So I'm going to free play Gale Strike Vegeta, which is an older card. It's from Tournament of Power, but it is a 2-drop 15k Vegeta that has barrier. Unfortunately, the barrier is negated for the turn because of my leader skill, but it's still, I get to draw a card off of it, so it's still pretty good. So I'm going to swing 20k into his Kale. Let's see if he decides to counter. I don't think there's any counter, so I'm going to combo up to 25, and he is going to free combo the Kefla that taps my energy and draws him a card, which essentially ruins my entire strategy because now I only have one energy to play with and it's not red. So that kind of sucks, but that's the power of the Veggies. You kind of have to go tall if you want to kill the board. Going wide essentially does nothing. So you have to go tall on these effects, especially when Champovados is in play, because they can free combo. So it is what it is. You can kind of see my impending defeat here. I'm only at 2 life. I only have 1 energy open. I don't really have much as far as defense is concerned, especially since my opponent's going to be tapping down all of my things. But, you know, we take our losses like men here at No Counters, No Combos. So scoop phase does not exist. So I'm going to swing Vegeta into Caulifla, 15 to 10. He is going to super combo to draw to save it, which is just okay. And, yep, that's pretty much it. I'm going to swing Leader into Caulifla. No combos, because I have to keep hand advantage to combo out of whatever it is that he's going to try to do to me next turn. Hopefully I don't die, but it's most likely going to happen. So he's just looking through his drop area to see, like, you know, what cards he has left. He's just going to let the Caulifla die. I mean, I wouldn't have kept it. I mean, I guess unless you're planning on playing a second Caulifla, I think that's just being greedy in my opinion, as my voice cracks, which sounds terrible. But so I'm gonna pass to Andrew here. He's gonna draw, untap, and hopefully I don't die. We'll see what happens. So let's see what he's gonna charge here. He's got a multicolor and 2 yellow in charge. So he's gonna charge this 1-drop Kale. So essentially he's got 2 blue and 2 yellow. His board is looking pretty nice because he's flooded with Veggies. He's going to play the 1-drop Caulifla, look at top 5 for a Universe 6, add it to hand, shuffle the rest, which essentially is going to fetch him a super combo. Awesome. Pluses for days. So that's what we're going to do here. And then obviously since Champovados is on the board, he's going to be able to free combo his Caulifla and play her on top of the 1-drop, which is going to tap my last remaining energy, drawing him a card, and yada yada yada. It's just basically what this deck does. It does a lot. It's really good. He's going to play Planet Vegeta for what reason? I don't know. Maybe to search that Caulifla that he's missing? Yep. Makes sense. Planet Vegeta is a very good filter card. All of your Veggies are Saiyans, so they're literally all searchable. And the only one that you can't search would be the Meteoric Kefla, which is a 7-drop. Otherwise, they're all searchable. Even I think the promo Kefla from the tournament packs is a 4-drop. So you can search all of that. So he's going to swing at my leader, 20k double strike off of his Caulifla. And I don't have any counters, so he's just going to combo up here. Draw off his super combos, so 20, 30, 40 double strike. And that Caulifla is going to evolve on top of the other one. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the energy to combo because I'm going to lose it anyway when he taps it down. So I'm just going to combo 10k, go to 25. He's sitting at 40, so I need to get to 45. Let's see here. Super combo? No. Vegeta the Cruel. Gale Strike. So I'm sitting at 15, 25, 35, 45. And I combo out. Now that Caulifla is going to play. So there's another double strike threat I have to deal with, which is obnoxious. But hey, you know, this is why we play the game, right? And as you can see, there's a counter on Cabba. Because I used my energy to combo and I tapped out, essentially, Cabba does get that extra 5k combo power there. So he's going to swing at me with Kale, 20k critical. I'm just going to take it and go down to 1. There's really no point in me to try to combo out of that. Swing at me with leader, 20k to 15k. Let's see if he decides to combo. So he goes up to 25. So I go up to 25 to draw. And then we're going to combo another 5 to combo out. But essentially, my hand is dwindling. He still has a double strike threat on board. And he still has a Champovados. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. He only has 3 cards in hand. As you can see, one of them is a super combo. So he's going to swing at my leader. I don't have any counters, obviously, because I'm tapped out and I only have 1 life. So he's going to... Yep, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And we will see you guys in the next video. Be there or be squared.